Hello Twig Stove fans. So I'm back up my little camping bit tonight, and it's lovely to be back up here because I have not been up here in a while. So I've got one Tigris with me. He is loaded up with a bit of tissue paper and some twigs, so he's all ready to go. My pot is full of food and I'm going to make myself something to eat. And that other little stove there, that is an Avenue. I think it's called a TI stove. It's a little titanium Avenue. Now I've got that with me because I use that to make coffee on. So let's light up one Tigris and hopefully it'll kick straight into life because everything's nice and dry in that, and it has been quite warm today. So hopefully one Tigris will kick straight into action. Give it another little go with me lighter. Just make sure it is going to go up. Yeah, that looks like it's gone. I can see that going. That'll kick into life. It's a good stove, this Onetigris. It is an easy one to light because some of them just don't want to light. But this Onetigris always seems to go up well. So it's Saturday night for me tonight, and I'm staying up here tonight, and then I go to the boot fair first thing in the morning. But I have had a bit of a catastrophe. I have had a bit of a drama tonight, because I'm up here all night, and there is no shops near enough for me to walk to, and I have just realised I haven't bought no beers with me. I had a nice bag of beers sitting by my front door indoors, and I have forgot to pick 'em up, so I've walked all the way up here with no beers. So I'm just going to chop some lettuce up while that Onetigris is kicking into life. Now I know that's not the end of the world coming up here with no beers. I can go without a beer. But it was just the fact that I've been really looking forward to tonight. All week I've been looking forward to Saturday night up here. Few beers, bit of food and just chilling out in the tent. 'Cause I haven't been camping for about a month. And I haven't had a beer all week because I've been working a lot this week. So that is why I was really looking forward to tonight. Just chilling out in the tent with a few beers. So that is why I was really gutted that I left my nice bag of beers by my front door. So let me just chuck a few twigs into one Tigris. Now he's going up. Just don't want to let your twig stove burn out. Always keep it loaded with twigs. So I did ring Amy, 'cause she's at my house looking after Flea Van Cleef. That is my cat. So Amy's at mine, so I rung her 'cause I thought she might be able to just drop my beers up here for me. But she walked to my house, she hasn't got her car. She did offer to go and get her car and drop me some beers up, but that does seem like a right palaver just for me to have a beer. So what I will do tonight now is wander up the pub, because there is a pub I can walk to from here, so that's what I shall do. A bit later I shall go and have a couple of pints. So I shall just chop up my nice tomato. And these are the first ones I've had this year off the bloke next door, 'cause he grows a load of stuff, my neighbour, and whenever stuff's ready he gives it to me. So the other day he gave me a nice big bag of tomatoes, and they are really tasty fresh tomatoes. So that's a tomato chopped up, and I've got some red pepper to chop up and some yellow peppers as well. So I should do all my chopping before I put the frying pan on, because this what I am chopping on is my frying pan. So once I put it on the stove I've got nothing to chop on. Just chop the peppers up into little tiny chunks. Do the same with this bit of yellow pepper. And I love the old peppers. You'll see me using peppers a load. I am a fan of peppers. They just go with so much. They're so versatile. You can really put them in a load of things and they really do add good flavour. Same with these little mushrooms. These little mushrooms, they work with everything, don't they? Well, as long as you like mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, don't have mushrooms. I really like mushrooms, so again, it's another one you'll see me use a lot. So that's the mushrooms chopped up, so I should put the peppers out of the way and then put my frying pan on and start cooking. Because Onetigris is going lovely now. That's how you want it for a bit of frying. So let's get my frying pan on the top, and it's a good frying pan, this one, because it's a nice thick bit of metal. It works really well on a Twig stove, because when you use them thinner frying pans, they don't last that long. You end up burning through the bottom of them. But this one, I've had this one years and it's still going strong. And although it's a little bit heavier to carry than a little thin frying pan, it does work so much better with a Twig stove. And as I do sort of use Twig stoves more than any other sort of stove, this is the frying pan that I use the most. So I've just put the peppers on, I'll get them frying down. And I did get a new Twig stove for Christmas, and I haven't even used it yet. It's still sitting in the box because I was like saving it until I can use it on the channel, so you can see that it's like brand new. It'll be the first time I've used it. And where I haven't had a camera because someone stole my old one, I just haven't been able to do it. So that's why I haven't done no videos for a little while. I just haven't had a camera. So I've been saving up for a while now to get one, and the other day I bought a brand new one. So it was delivered in the week. I did have a little play around with it. I did one silly little cat video that I uploaded onto the channel, just really to see how the camera worked, make sure it was all working properly. And it was, yeah, it was quite easy to use. It's very similar to my old one, so now that I've got a camera again, I'll have to get back into the swing of things and start making the videos again. Because I've sort of missed making the videos. I was enjoying it last year, making a load of videos. Especially the ones that we was making, like out in the garden, just putting an old boot fair tent and that up. We had a right laugh doing them, because it'd be like me, Jess and Amy and the cat all just hanging out in the garden, putting a tent up, doing a bit of lunch and that, and just chilling out in the sunshine. So yeah, it was really good last year doing that. So hopefully we get a good summer again this year, and I'll be able to do a lot more of that. I haven't missed doing the editing of these videos, I must say that. I really do not enjoy editing up these videos. They do my heading. So I have missed the filming and the watching part, but I have not missed the editing part. And like them ones we done last year out in the garden, just putting a tent and that up, they was really good to do because Jess had come round, Amy had come round, and we'd all just spend the day in the garden with a tent up, do a bit of food and that, and just chill out in the sunshine. So they was really enjoyable doing them last year. And without the channel, I wouldn't be doing them, because I wouldn't just put a tent up in my garden for the day and hang out in it. It's something I just wouldn't do. I'd still do this up here. I was coming up here, camping and staying overnight and going to the boot fair in the morning, long before I had the channel. I've come up here for years. So I would still be doing this, but that bit in my garden, putting a tent up and hanging out, I wouldn't be doing that. So I've missed that, and I know Jess has as well, because all she's been going on about is, well, I can't wait till the sun comes out, bit of summer, and we get some tents up in the garden again and do the channel. And I know Amy has as well, because when my camera turned up the other day, Amy rung me straight away and she went, "Oh, it's the new camera there." I went, "Yeah." She went, "Oh, good, the channel's going to start again. You better find a tent up the boot fair this week, because I want a day in the garden." I just laughed. I said, "You really need me to find a boot fair tent? Because I think I have still got enough of my own that people haven't seen yet." So them peppers are frying away lovely. They smell nice and all them peppers. And Onetigris is burning away lovely. So I just give the little peppers a stir around, stop them burning, and then I shall push them all over to one side. Now I like the peppers, when they burn a little bit on the corners and they go black, I do think that gives them a nice flavour. So that's it, I'll push all them over to one side because I need that bit of space to put my bacon on. Let's get the frying pan back on there so it's nice and stable. That's it, peppers all to one side, let's get cooking some bacon. Nothing special, just bacon from the supermarket. Still be tasty though, especially cooked on a Twig stove because it'll get that lovely smoky flavour going on. Chuck that one on. It won't take long to cook bacon on this Twig stove because when you got a frying pan on a Twig stove, they are hotter than you would have indoors. Well, if you've got an electric stove, they are hotter. Gas stove gets really hot, but an electric stove will no way get as hot as a Twig stove does. So you have to bear that in mind. You can burn stuff quite easy on these Twig stoves. Oh, and I'm quite hungry as well, and that's smelling good already. Bacon and peppers smells really nice. Just push me twigs in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to going up the boot fair tomorrow, seeing what I can find, because I haven't been to a boot fair since last year when the season finished. Now, this is not the first one of the season tomorrow. It actually started last week. But I had work last Sunday, so I couldn't go, and I was really gutted about that because the first boot fair of the season is normally the best one because everyone has got all their gear there that they have collected all winter, and it is the first chance they get to sell it. So I do really think there would have been some good stuff up here last week. But like I said, I didn't go to it, I had work. So this is the second boot fair of the season, but it is the first one for me. So I'll just turn the bacon over. And yeah, I do really miss the boot fairs when they're not on because I love the boot fair. So when the season finishes, my weekends are just not the same, and I'm just really looking forward to them starting back up again. Because like when the boot fair's on, I always stay up here Saturday night, which I really look forward to. So I camp out Saturday night, go boot fair Sunday morning, and then I go home Sunday afternoon. I normally have a pint walking home, then I get in, cook a nice big roast dinner. Jess or Amy comes round normally, and then we sit, watch a bit of YouTube or watch the Grand Prix and just do nothing and have a chill out with a few beers. So to me, I just really look forward to my weekends once the boot fairs have started again. Right, so the bacon's getting nearly cooked now, so let's get my little mushrooms in the frying pan, fry them off a little bit. Now, I don't cook the mushrooms for that long. I don't like them when they're really fried and gone all soggy, so I only do them for a little bit. So let's just put the last few little bits into the pan, and then that is it. That is all the cooking done. So I'll just leave that for a few minutes just to cook through a bit more, and then start loading up my lovely sandwiches. So the tent I've pitched up to stay in tonight is a tent that I really like, and it is my lovely little Banshee. Now when I was looking through my tents thinking, oh, what shall I take out? As soon as I saw the Banshee, I thought, right, let's take that. First night camping, no boot fair season, let's take the Banshee. because I never used it last year, so it does need a good airing. And also I love my Banshee, so I'm looking forward to staying in that tonight. So let's start building these sandwiches. So I'm going to put tomato and lettuce in them first. And yeah, so I bought the Banshee because it's quite newish, my Banshee. I wouldn't bring a vintage tent out yet. I shall do that later in the year because at the minute in the UK, although it's nice and warm of the daytime, it'll still be very cold and damp of the night. So that's a bit why I bought the Banshee. I would have loved to have bought something lovely, old and vintage, but they're going to get damp and all that. So I tend to use them a bit later in the summer when the nights are nice and warm and dry as well. Because I do try and look after my old vintage tents. But I haven't got to worry about the Banshee. The Banshee can deal with anything, so a bit of damp and a bit of dew really won't hurt my Banshee. And I will dry it out properly at home before I put it back in the bag. It'll probably spend a week laying over my banister indoors if it does get a bit damp. So that's all the lettuce and tomatoes loaded into the sandwiches. I should just give that bacon another minute. I might turn it over and just cook it for another minute or so on the other side. The peppers look done enough for me. Them mushrooms are done enough for me. I will just flip this bacon quickly and give it a little bit longer on the other side. Just to crispy it up a little bit. Oh, and I'm starting to get really hungry now because this lot really does smell nice cooking away in this pan. And I bet you lot at home watching, you're getting hungry now because you're doing it. If you start watching people cooking something, you always think, oh, I need something to eat now, I'm getting hungry. Well, I do anyway. And I do watch a lot of people cooking on YouTube, people out camping doing a bit of cooking. I do watch it, and some people that I watch, they really have not got a clue about how to cook on a twig stove. Now, I'm not saying I'm good at it, but some people are really terrible at it. Now, I'm not saying it is really hard to cook on a twig stove, because it is not. But it does take a bit of time to learn how to do it, because it is very different to any other type of cooking. I've been doing it years, this twig stove cooking, and you sort of get the hang of it. The more you do it, the more you get the hang of how the stove works. But I watch people on YouTube and they are making out like they are a camping, cooking genius, and they've been doing it all their lives and they are masters at it. And then you watch them use a twig stove and I just think, mate, you've used a twig stove once or twice in your life. You don't know what you're doing. So why are you telling everyone you're like a grand master twig stove user? And they seem to go to the supermarket as well, don't they? They spend about 50 quid on the finest ingredients and then they take it back to their tent and just burn it all on a twig stove. And at the end of it, they end up with something that you wouldn't even eat because it is so burnt. And I really don't understand them people on them channels. I don't get why you'd make out you're a master at something when you don't know what you're doing. 'Cause you get the other channels, don't you? The other camping channels where people don't know what they're doing. They're a novice at it. But they tell you they're just getting into camping. They're doing a little channel, away they go. I like them channels. They're being honest, aren't they? They don't know how all the stuff works. They got to learn how it works. So them people, yeah, I like them little channels, but when people are trying to pull the wool over your eyes like they're a master when they're really not, I just can't watch them channels. And there seems to be more and more channels like that popping up. I keep seeing them. On my old homepage on YouTube, new channel pops up, so you watch it and you think, oh no, it's another one. He's making out like he's been living up the woods or living in the wild for the last 35 years and he can't even cook a sausage sandwich. And this is a little tip here. This is how to tell if people are hardcore Twig stove users. They can do like this. Just get red hot stuff out of a frying pan with their fingers and they do not burn their hands. That is because they have done so much cooking with a Twig stove and they have burnt themselves so much they are now immune to it. Just like I am. So let's get the peppers out of the pan now. They look lovely, them peppers. Nice black edges on them. That's just how I like them. So this sandwich is going to be really tasty, innit? Lettuce, tomato, bacon, peppers and mushroom. And I'm going to put some mayonnaise in it. So this is going to be 2 really tasty sandwiches. And I would have put some black pepper in these sandwiches because I do think black pepper in these would make them taste a little bit better. But sadly I've not got it with me because I put it in my bag with my poor beers. Oh, my poor lonely beers. I bet they're really missing me. Unless the cat's drunk 'em, because I know what he's like. He better not have drunk my beers. Because normally on a Saturday night he would be up the Froggy Saloon with Froggy. But he won't tonight because Amy's there. Flea Van Cleef really loves Amy, so he will be snuggled up on the sofa with Amy, watching a bit of YouTube and purring his little head off. So that's it. I'll just get the last few bits out of the pan. Last few bits of pepper, little bits of mushroom. And these sandwiches are looking good. Look at them. Lovely pair of sandwiches. Get the last of that pepper out. Don't want to waste none of it. I am starving. And I have got a big bag of munchies with me for later. I did not forget that bag. So I've got loads of packets of crisps. I've got a packet of 4 blueberry muffins. And I've got a packet of custard donuts and some biscuits. And a nice big pork pie that Jess got for me. So I am all set for a nice tasty midnight feast in my lovely Banshee tent. So let's just give these sandwiches a nice big squirt of mayonnaise. And they need mayonnaise with these sandwiches. Mayonnaise in these takes them to another level. Without mayonnaise they are just nice tasty sandwiches. With mayonnaise, they are sandwiches fit for a king or a hungry camping warrior. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can join me again. See what I'm pitching, burning, buying or looking at. And also you'll be able to see what Flea Van Cleef gets up to next. Vango!